right, campers, today we are going to make a curry pork tenderloin. So I have this beautiful pork tenderloin from Costco.
Well, it wasn't Costco.
Oh, it wasn't? Okay.
No.
But anyway, so you can get them at Costco too. But
Yeah.
this thing's about 1.5 pounds. And I have it cut into some fairly thick medallions. And I have oiled a pan. Any kind of sort of casserole sort of pan will do. And I have some coconut oil melting in a pan. So we are going to take 1 cup of flour and we are going to put it in a Ziploc bag. And we are going to take 1 teaspoon of Red Pepper Flakes, which, I don't know, it doesn't seem like enough to me, but I don't want to overdo it. Some people around here just
Don't appreciate the
don't
heat.
appreciate it too hot.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we're going to get that a little bit mixed, and we are going to throw in our pork. And this is really just you could do this without the bag. You could do it in a bowl. This is just a way to get the pork coated.
Back in the day, we used to use a paper bag.
Yeah, paper bag. I'm going to throw in a little salt here because, you know, food should have salt. And I'm going to seal this just because I think this has potential to make a giant mess.
Oh, who's going to clean that up?
The maid will get it. Oh, that's looking good right there. I'm going to accept that. And our oil is heating, and what we're going to do now is we're just going to brown this pretty well on all sides. And then we're going to put that in the casserole, and we're going to prepare our curry and pour it over that. And so that's the plan. We'll come back as soon as the oil's hot. So I do believe our oil's hot. Let's find out. Oh yeah, that's going to be fine. You could let it get hotter first, but I'm happy with this. So I'm just going to lay these around the pan. And try to turn them enough so they get browned on every side. So I guess one of the reasons that these coated so well is that was way more flour than I needed.
That's okay.
It is okay, but yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
it came out perfect.
it made it really easy to coat them.
That's all right.
And so yeah, we're gonna let these cook a bit on this side, and then I'm going to flip them over, and we'll have nice brown tenderloin medallions. All right, so I'm trying not to get these cooked too much on any one side, but I really do want to get, since they're floured, I do want to get the flour cooked on every side as much as I can. So I've done both sides, and now I'm standing them up and getting the edges. And then it's going to get trickier, and I'm not going to be able to really get everything this way. But we'll do.
You can put them in the dish if you get happy with them.
We'll do what we can. Oh yeah. As soon as I'm happy with them, they go in the pan. I like that.
One at a time. Even.
I like that golden sear there.
And it kind of seals your juices in a little bit.
Yeah. And ultimately we're gonna bake this in the oven with all the curry juices. Okay, last one. We got these nice little pan drippings going here. I'm gonna throw in, this is 4 cloves of garlic and 1 onion diced. So we're just gonna let that cook a little bit. Ooh, that's fragrant.
Yeah, it's got a nice color going on there.
And now to this, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of curry powder. Curry powder, come on. No,
We don't make
this is
that.
curry paste. This is a red curry paste that I made and froze. And it's almost thawed out. Get that going in there.
We have another video with the curry paste.
Okay, fragrant. And then to that, we are going to add, I'm not sure what order to add this in.
Do you have to cook the
Let's
mushrooms a
put the
little?
mushrooms in
Yeah, I
here.
just want to cook them a little bit.
Get this a little bit cooked up.
Talkie mushrooms from the farmer's market this
And
morning.
this is a half a pound of mushrooms chopped up.
You could use any kind of mushroom now.
Yeah,
We just put fancy and local.
fancy and local. That's us.
Well, speak for yourself. I'm a little more local than you.
Yeah, you are. But you know, I don't know. My 40 years in Humboldt must count for something.
Well, for some people, 40 years in Humboldt is their whole life.
Okay, so we've got that going. You know what I think? Just because
Oh man, that smells really good now.
on me, I think we need a little bit of a, yeah, you got that
I
curry
just got a
going
big
in there.
whiff of that.
Need a little bit of flake salt, Malden flake salt. Okay, so now I'm going to add, I think now is a good time to add the peanut butter. This is a half cup of chunky peanut butter.
I'm gonna be curious to see how that blends in. It should melt.
It should melt, and then when we add the liquids, I think we'll have some luck with it. Okay, so that's in there. We'll get that incorporated a little. You don't want to have a lump of peanut butter in your stuff when you get all done.
So you're kind of going about a medium-high heat right now.
Yeah, it's set on medium, but this is a hot burner, so it's a medium-high.
Yeah.
And I've got coconut oil in there, so that can tolerate the heat. And this peanut butter is definitely melting. And moving through this stuff. So, happy about that. And now the reason, one reason that I use coconut oil is because this is going to be a coconut-based dish. And I have 1 can of coconut milk. I'm going to put the whole thing in here. And coconut milk. It requires scraping to get the last of the cream out of it. Okay, so now we got something that can simmer a little. Some some liquid in there with all our other ingredients. And I really want to know
Looks good.
what that tastes like. Oh, okay, that's good. Yeah, that's good. All right, so we have more liquid to go in here, and then we're going to cook it down a bit. So this is a half cup of white wine. We are using here a Hush Chardonnay. Just because...
That's what we had.
Well, I didn't want to... We're having company tonight, and we're having some good wine, and I didn't want to open a bottle of cheaper wine just for half cup, because that's not what we intend to be drinking tonight, is the cheaper wine. We intend to be drinking really good wine tonight. So that is that. And then we are going to add to this 1 cup of beef broth.
Just seems like a lot to me.
It does seem like a
Do you
lot.
want to start with maybe less?
I could put part of it in.
Yeah, I'm just concerned you're going to regret putting too much in there.
Well, I'm hoping to, get this to reduce just a little. Let's get a.
So if it gets too thick, then we can always add a little more.
Want that part of the beef broth. Okay, and then the only other thing I'm going to put in here, since it's a curry, I'm going to put about a teaspoon, maybe about a tablespoon of fish sauce.
And what does that do?
That adds umami. And a little bit of salt. But it adds the umami that helps bring out all the other flavors.
It doesn't taste like fish, just in case people are freaking out thinking like, why would you use fish sauce?
Well, yeah, fish sauce is actually rotten fish.
Like aged a really long
Aged a
time.
long time, and it has a powerful smell. Your neighbors will complain if you cook with fish sauce a lot. But you just give them a little bit of what you made and they'll go, oh, okay, now I get it. All right, so I'm gonna let this simmer a bit and possibly reduce just a bit. And then we are gonna add it to our casserole. We're gonna put it in a 350-degree oven for 45 minutes and dinner will be served. All right, so now we are going to put the sauce on our pork tenderloin medallions. See if I can get the chunks distributed here.
Oh, I got rid of your specialist.
Yep,
It's too efficient in the cleanup.
happens frequently.
It's bad that you get upset that I've cleaned up after you too quickly, which, you should be happy that someone cleaned up after you.
Yeah, but that's all right. That's why we have 8 spatulas.
Yeah.
Okay, we want to get this distributed here.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna be so delicious.
It really looks like it's going to be good. What a surprise. Now, I don't know, it looks like something you put cheese on, but it's not. I'm going to add some salt to this at this stage of its life. And so then, when this goes in the oven, it's all going to cook together very nicely, and we will have a beautiful dish.
Okay, so I'm making some cauliflower rice tonight to go with Matthew's curry pork dish over there. So all I'm doing is making little bits of flowerets, putting it in the steamer basket. I'm gonna steam that. I think it takes about maybe 10 minutes. I don't want it to be too overdone. I'm just cutting these in manageable sizes. When it's all steamed, I'm going to kind of mash it up into a rice. So it'll be a really lovely accompaniment. I mean, if you prefer rice, you know, knock yourself out, but we've been avoiding that here. So this is kind of what I'm doing. We're expecting a first-time diner here at the Cooks, and hopefully she's going to be really impressed with how we came about this. Oh, and there she is. So we'll get back to you.
Okay, so this is beeping. So we'll turn that off, and out it comes, and look at this. Oh yeah, that looks like a meal right there. And oh yeah, it's gonna be good.
To see it right.
And the cauliflower is steaming over here for the cauliflower rice.
I'm gonna smush that.
And the salads are ready. So hey, it looks like it's almost dinner time.
Okay, so my cauliflower is steamed and tender. I made sure that I did the fork tender test, you know, see it's super tender. I'm gonna just mash this with the potato masher. Can you see that? Oh. It might be a little bit of a chore, but the good thing about it is you want it to be kind of coarse, like rice, so that everyone is fooled thinking that they're really eating rice, and they're really not. Oh, oh. Our guest is laughing. That's okay. She's not going to be laughing when she eats this. Okay, so kind of do it just a little bit like.
Look at that, it goes fast.
Yeah, it really does. So I'm just going to add just to, you know, add a little something to it. Although I think the sauce from that curry thing is going to really be delicious, but it's going to add a little salt and pepper.
A little pepper. A little butter.
A little butter. Right here, I've got some butter. Put a little blob of that in there. Find a spoon. Stir this up like this. And that's all it takes. It's a way to smuggle some vegetables into your meal without adding all that. There's one chunk in there. Adding all that unnecessary starches. There you go. So there's our cauliflower rice.
All right, so we have plated this concoction. We have a lovely garden salad to go with it. And let's see. Oh, I need to cut through this and see what it's like. Oh my God, it's raw.
No.
Oh, no.
Ramsay, you donkey.
Wow. Okay, so that's really good. There's like no heat from the curry at all, but the peanut butter really comes through. And
but not in the peanut butter and jelly kind of way.
no, not at all. I think I'm gonna, I'm gonna put some hot sauce on this. But yeah, this is really delicious. So, thank you for watching Two Cooks in the Kitchen, and we'll see you next time.